So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the evening presentation, Monday, the 26th of May, 2025. And I'm sure those who have invited their guests are very excited about today's session because there is somebody whose story is really, really captivating. Just one moment, let me set... Okay, so our guest today has a very, very captivating story. Those of you who are new in the business, those of you who are just starting, I think you'll get tremendous encouragement from this gentleman. So without further ado, I would like to go on with our presentation. So today we want to talk about Neolife. What is Neolife? Neolife is a company that changes people's lives. And our mission is very simple. Our mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. So let's explore Neolife. Let's look at what Neolife as a company is. But before we do, let me tell you a bit about our story. Betty and I joined this business on the 19th of March, 1996. And the reason we joined the business is very simple. We joined the business to make an extra $200 a month because with one salary as a civil engineer, it was not enough to cater for my family's needs, because when the family is growing, the needs of the family are also growing. So one salary was not enough. So when we come across this business, we thought maybe $200 a month is sufficient to support or to supplement my salary. I remember our first income or our first check was $3, but after 7 months of very hard work, working part-time, our income reached $1,000 a month. That's when I paid attention to this business. Betty and I worked very hard. After 3 years, what we were earning from the business was about 3 times my salary. On the 27th September 1999, I fired my boss. So if you're a guest, if you have a job, think about where your life is going. Let's explore what Neolife is. Neolife is a company that started in 1958 by Jerry Brasfield. Jerry Brasfield, as a teenager, he had very, very serious asthma. So his mother gave him natural remedies. And when his health changed, he decided maybe other people have got health issues because of poor nutrition. That is where the dream of Neolife started. It is 67 years this year. What has happened in Neolife? We have been pioneers in cellular nutrition. One of the first products that Neolife developed in 1958 is called 3NN. 3NN is a product that helps the cells to absorb nutrients, because diet is what you eat, nutrition is what your cells get. So if your cells do not get nutrition, most of it is wasted. So Neolife pioneered cellular nutrition. We've had 100 milestones of achievement in different types of product development, the technology of making the products. Betty and I were privileged to attend the conference in 1997 in California, and we went through the facility that makes the products. They make the health supplements in an oxygen-free environment so that we have maximum potency of the product. So we've had different milestones of achievement in our business. We've got very exciting stories from all over the world, over the 55 different countries. In Africa, we're doing business in, I think, 14 countries. This weekend in Cape Town, we saw some of the most amazing stories I've ever had in Neolife, because we had more than 500 distributors or leaders from the African continent having to celebrate success in Cape Town. So we've got really fantastic. Apart from the income, is the miracle that happens when people use our products and their life change. It's not that the products are miraculous. It's that our bodies miss the correct nutrition to heal itself. So we've got fantastic products the world over. Now, this is a range of products Neolife manufactures or makes. The first one on the left-hand side are the skin and personal care products, things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. We've got moisturizers, cleansers, for dry skin to normal skin, from combination to oily skin, different types of skins, we've got products for you. Then we have the nutritional supplements. This is the highest selling range of our business. It constitutes about 60% of our total sales. Why? Because your greatest wealth is your health. When your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. Then you've got the cleaning range of products. Now, cleaning range of products is very unique because every single person attending this meeting today use soap today. They use soap. They use soap at home. They use soap to clean the bathroom, kitchen, toilet. They use soap to wash themselves. They use soap all over the place. So this is a very good product to supply to the marketplace. One of the things that our company has done, I think Neolife was the first company to have a scientific advisory board, and is a company that the highest number of board members who are scientists, whose job is just to research and develop first-class products. It was founded by Dr. Arthur First, the late Dr. Arthur First, born in 1914 and passed on in 2005. He is one of the pioneers who developed treatment of cancer using chemotherapy, and because he knew the damage that chemo does on human body, he designed another product called BetaGuard, which helps to remove toxins from our bodies. So these are some of the scientists we have these are some of the best scientists we have in the world in different fields. They don't work for Neolife full time, but they've got their own research institutions. They work with universities. They work with scientific bodies around the world, but their job is to make sure we've got the best products in the marketplace. Now, let's talk about cellular nutrition, because your body is made up of cells. I think your body has about 73 trillion cells, and you're as healthy as your cells. If your cell is unhealthy, your body is unhealthy. The left-hand side, you see an unhealthy cell. That is a cell whose membrane is not functioning properly, so it doesn't take in nutrients, and they don't remove waste on the reaction required to create energy in the mitochondria, that is the inside of the cell. A healthy cell is one that allows nutrients to get in and waste to come out to create the sufficient energy you need to live. And what do you need for this? The solution for that is a product called ProVitality. ProVitality is one of our key products that helps with cellular nutrition, and it supplies the different needs to the body. One, the green capsule is called the TRNN. It's the one that helps the cells to absorb nutrients. The dark brown one is called carotenoid complex. It's made from the red colored foods, the berries, the tomatoes, the apples. It boosts your immune system by 37% within a 21-day period. It is one of the best products we have in the marketplace. Then we have the omega-3 salmon plus. It helps your cells to reduce inflammation, helps with the high blood pressure, helps with the brain function. And then we have the multi. Multi is a multi-mineral product that helps supply the body with a complex mineral delivery. This is one of the best products we have in our business. The next range of products is the home care range of products. Our home care range of products is what we call low dose, low burden. Low dose simply means that when you discharge it to the marketplace, to the environment, it does not cause a burden to the environment. Low burden simply means that whatever you use, you can reuse again. And all of them come as concentrates. For example, the red colored one is called LDC. You mix 1 part to 5 parts of water. The one on the left, the yellow one, you mix 1 to 10 liters of 1 liter, you mix with 10 liters. So they're very, very economical and versatile. What do I mean by versatile? That one product you can use. In our home, we use LDC for washing the dishes. We use it for cleaning the floor. I use it to shower. I use it to shave. We use it to wash the car, clean the cooker. That is what we mean by versatility. One product replacing 4 or 5 different products in the home. But a very important thing is safety. One of the things that causes harms in home is cleaning products which are toxic and poisonous. A friend of ours, Dr. S.S. Nambasi, did a session about 2 or 3 years ago, and she was saying that some of the cleaning products we have in the normal supermarket has hormone disruptive abilities. That means they disrupt our hormones, changes our mood, disrupts the way our body functions, because a lot of this is just toxins. Another key product we have in our business is this product called Supergrow. Supergrow is an adjuvant or an emulsifier. What it does is it helps plants absorb nutrients efficiently. It helps crops also absorb water efficiently by breaking down the what do you call it? It breaks down the bond that keeps water together. So Supergrow is very effective. You mix it 1 to 1,000, which means 1 liter will give you 1,001 liters of the mix to apply to your crops. It is safe and easy to handle. It is multi-purpose, used both for indoors and outdoors, and it's got proven performance. If you're a guest, speak to your person who invited you. They'll give you more detailed information about Supergrow. And Supergrow is one of the most selling products in our continent. Why? Most farmers, most countries based on subsistence agriculture to feed themselves. And they are small scale to medium scale farmers. And that means they need something to boost their production. And this is why Supergrow is a very high selling product in the African market. And then we have the skincare range. This is the nutrients for making the skin better. You have something to cleanse and detoxify your skin, something to balance and invigorate your skin, to activate and nourish, to prevent the aging signs. We've got products for normal to dry skin, then some for combination to oily skin. So you need to test and find out which is your skin type before you order the product. Now let's get to the opportunity. Let's get to what most people came to see this business presentation. That is to create an income for yourself and your family. Now, the first thing you need to have if you want to succeed in this business, you need to have a dream. What is that? Something you've always wanted to achieve, but you haven't. You need to have a dream. The good book says, a people without a vision shall perish. Not will, not may, shall. So you need to have a dream for your future. Maybe your dream is to buy a car. Maybe your dream is to travel, for example, to travel to Egypt with us next year. We are really looking forward to this trip. Maybe your dream is to buy a house. Maybe you're living in a rented house, or you don't like the house you're living in, or maybe your dream is to have financial freedom. Financial freedom is when your salary is late for 2 to 3 months, you don't panic. That you buy something because you can afford it, not because you have a budget. That is financial freedom. And not many people have financial freedom. So let's see how this business works. How does the business work? The business works when you do 3 things every single day. They are called the 3 daily success habits. The first one, we use the products. Why do we need to use the products? We use the products because we're supporting our own business. And number 2 is that we want the people we speak to know that we also believe in what we recommend. So the first thing is use the products. Secondly, share the products and the opportunity. That simply means that you introduce other people to be product users and promoters also. This is where your big income is going to come from. But the basis or the foundation of all this success is personal development. Personal development simply means you take time to learn, you take time to be skillful, develop new skills, the skill of speaking to people, the skill of explaining the business, the skill of following up, the skill of building a team and being a leader. That is what personal development is. It comes from 2 sources. Reading, number 2, putting into practice. That is what personal development is. Now, let's see how the business works. This is you. If you're a guest, you've started with the business. You register with the company as a distributor, and now you're part of the Neolife family. And the first thing you do is use the products. it's very important for you to use the product because you are not going to convince anybody if you're not convinced yourself. And the best way to convince others is if to share your story of what the products have done for you. So the first thing is use the product. The next thing is share the product. It simply means look for customers. Look for people who want to use our products. There are very, very many people who need our products across the African continent because most of the illnesses that people have is a result of poor nutrition or poor lifestyle choices. Diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, brain problems, tiredness. All these things are related to our diet and our lifestyle. So you've got people who need our products. In this example, you've started the business, you've ordered a case of 3NN, which is 6 bottles, and you supply to 6 customers. If you do that, your income comes to about $30 a month. You can convert that to your local currency. The next thing you do is you start to build a team. This is you've introduced your friend, your relative, your neighbor who do business. They also supply products to their friends. They also supply products to your relatives, neighbors. Let me explain the PV system or the point value system. Because Neolife operates in over 50 countries around the world, the company decided to standardize the measurement of business using the point value system, PV. 100 PV is roughly equivalent to 160 or 170 US dollars in value. So in this example, you build a team, you're doing 1,000 PV in total, your friend is doing 250, the other one 250 and 250, but your total group is doing 1,000 PV. You become a senior manager and your income is about $300 a month. $300 is not very exciting, but $300, nobody will give it free of charge. $300 makes a difference in your life. Okay? So that's the beginning. The next thing is you begin to develop other senior managers in your team. In this example, your friend, your relative, or neighbor have built the organizations with your support to become senior managers. You've also built a separate one. You've got 4,000 PV, you become a director. And as a director, your income is about between $500 to $750 a month, depending on the volume of business you've generated. That is your sales volume bonus, leadership development bonus, and retail profits. Okay? Because there are different streams of income in our business. The next thing you do is you need to start building other leaders. If you build your relative, friend, and neighbor to become directors, you've reached what we call a world team member. If you reach this level, you'll qualify to go for those fantastic trips we've just returned to. And your income as a world team member is about $1,500 to $3,000 a month. How quickly can you achieve this? How serious are you? That is really the question. How hard are you willing to work to build the organization that is generating that level of business? But that is just the beginning, because if you build other directors and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 directors linked to you, each of them is doing 4,000 PV, and your total business is doing what we call a 100,000 PV. You become a president's team member and your income go way beyond 6,000 US dollars a month. This is what you can achieve in this business. So, without further ado, I would like to invite our guest to share with us his experience. Mr. Mike Sipanje, if you can hear me, just raise your hand so that we can unmute you. Mike, can you hear me? Let me just try and check where he is. Sorry, Mike, if you can hear me, just raise your hand so that we can see where you are. There, just one moment. Okay, Mike, you can unmute yourself now.
Thank you very much. Sorry, we don't have power this side.
No problem. Just share with us your story. The first time I heard his story, it was the African convention. He was the top performer in Southern Africa. So, Mike, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Pete. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my name is Mike Sipanje. I'm from Zambia, where there is no warehouse. Yeah, so before this business, I was a student. In short, this business found me when I was in grade 11. Yeah, so before this opportunity, I was passing through difficulties. Yeah, I'm coming from poor background. So before this business, I met a lady from Nairobi, Kenya, Pamela Muga. Yeah, so as for me, my dream was when I finished my grade 12, I wanted to be a farmer. So the way God did, I met this Pamela Muga in Nairobi, Kenya. She posted the super grow. And my dream was to make my own fertilizer. So when I met her on Facebook, I got her number and we started chatting on WhatsApp. I introduced myself and we started chatting about on how I can start making fertilizer. She told me that no, you can join and start selling this product as a distributor. At that time, I didn't know even the benefit of being a distributor. I just heard by name, but I didn't know distributor means. So I told her that what is the qualification to be a distributor? She told me that you need to pay a 90 US dollars. That is the registration. Then after registering, you're going to receive the product from the company. Then apart from that, you'll be traveling. There are a lot of things that she told me. I said, okay, that is a good thing. Now, at the moment, I don't have money, and I'm in grade 11. I started explaining myself. She told, okay, wow, that is nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to link you to one of our distributor who is in Zambia. I said, wow, that is nice. So she connected me to Madam Irene. And that time, it was difficult. Like here in Zambia, they were killing a lot of people. So I get afraid because she connected me to the madam who I've never seen before. But I prayed to God that God, if you have allowed that I'm going to die in this one, let me die. So I told my grandmother, because I stay with my grandmother, that my grandmother I have found this business, so I want to start online business. My grandmother, she told me that, are you not going to be a Satanist? I told, no, my grandmother, listen the business the way it is. I tried to tell also my friends. My friends laughed at me. They said that we have worked a lot of businesses and we have failed. So even you also don't work this business. You are not going anywhere. I said, okay, since you have tried a business and you have failed, let me try to see if even me also I'm going to fail. That time I didn't have even any transport. I started communicating with Madam Eileen. Madam Eileen, I told her that, Madam, I don't have any transport, but I want to come so that we can meet in person. She said, okay. That's how she sent me a transport. I started going where she is. When I reached there, I found myself, when you are in the driven and you are coming from your background, the way I was looking like a old person. But I said, okay, I pray to God that let God answer my prayer so that I can talk to him some nicely so that I can get started. So the interviews started. I started sharing my story, what I do, and finally the madam told me that, wow, 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 I'm going to support you if you are going to start to work this business. She gave me another money as a transportation to come back home. I didn't uh, use any bus, but I started walking from where she was. It is very far because when you start by bus, it get 2 hours. But I started walking until home. I reached home. I explained it to the family. The family laughed at me, but I said, okay, since they have laughed, I'll try, because when I fail, at the end of the day, they are going to start laughing at me and telling me that we told you, and you see you have failed. So I started advertising the product. It was on February, and by God willing, on April, the madam sponsored me. She paid her money, and that's how I started the business. In this business, I had a challenge. When you are a student and you meet the business, you meet an opportunity. So I started balancing, going to school while I'm working. From April, I didn't have any capital. I started advertising, selling the product until in July, the madam bought me a case of 250 meals. And one word that she told me that, Mike, when I buy this product to you, make sure don't start wasting money. Start you'll be saving. They're going to help you. I started doing it like the way the madam told me. On April, July, August, I qualified as a manager. As a manager, I got a man that was not less than $45. I said, this is the money. As a grade 11, if I can make this kind of money, I'll continue this business. I know one day I'm going to succeed. I continued. It came August. August, September, I qualified as a senior manager. Senior manager, I got, it was $90. I said, this is an opportunity. I'll continue. Because when I started calculating, when I see a teacher who is teaching me and myself, I was seeing like me, I get more money than a teacher who is teaching me in the class. I continued. In October, I qualified as an executive manager. As executive manager, I got a lot of money that I can even pay to teachers. I said, this is a business. I continued working. I started sponsoring the team. My team started growing. From 2023, I continued working. 2024, in July, I qualified as a director. As a director, the money that I got, it was 800 US dollars plus. I said, yes, this is an opportunity. And remember that day, that time I was in grade 12 now. I said, this business, once I complete my grade 12, that is when I'm going to retire, so that I stop working part-time. I start now working full-time. Last year, what happened? When I went in South Africa in the Impact Summit, I found myself leading as a top one in top achievers. I said, yes, thank God for this opportunity. I started with nothing, but today I have something that I can put on the table. And you can imagine I received as an incentive at 10,000 land. In Zambian kwacha, it was costing 15,000 kwacha. I said, this is an opportunity that I'm not going to stop. I continued working. Right now, I'm telling you, the money that I work, I can pay 60 teachers, 60 teachers in a single month. And from that time, I'm telling you the benefit that I have benefited in this business. That one is traveling. Last year, I traveled from Zambia to South Africa. Everything paid by the company. And apart from that, this year, April, I was also in South Africa in leadership school. The place where I was is the place that you can find billionaires like president, MPs, etc. That is the place that I was. When I came here in Zambia, people was like, are you a president? You look nice. I said, this business is a different business because you can see in every month I got this money and there is traveling, you see. So from that time, I thank also God that I had a lot of challenges when it comes to health. I have benefited in health. When I started the business, I was looking odd, but today, people when they see me, I'm looking young. Even if I tell people that I'm 20 years, they can agree. Why? Because of this business that they have done to me. Also, I have started from the time I joined this business, my family, their life have changed, especially when it comes to health and also in financial freedom. Today, I'm able to support my family. I'm not yet get married. I don't have any children, and I'm enjoying. So right now, I'm working hard so that next year I'll go to Egypt. Also, one thing that I want to thank to this business, that I thank my team for the good thing that they normally do, because this business is not a personal business, it is a teamwork. Without my team, I can't be here. So I thank my team for your support that you give to me. And also, apart from my team, I want to thank my sponsor to help from the time I started this business until right now. And also, I want to thank Superstars team, especially my great leader, Mr. Wycliffe and Pamela Muga, for the good thing that they have done to me. Since I qualified as a director, every month they encourage me, they mentor me, so that every single month at least I reach my rank. So far, also I thank Johannesburg warehouse, the good thing that they do. You find that here in Zambia we don't have a warehouse, but when we order the goods, you find that they deliver in time so that we can they can reach us here in Zambia and sell fast so that we reach our target. Thank you very much, Neolife. And for guests, if you are a guest, this business is real. It's not a fake business. I'm telling you today, I wake while sleep. You see, this time around, I travel local and international through the phone. This phone that I'm using is my office. Today, I'm able to talk with the different people. And I'm telling you, this business, I have met friends in different countries compared other business that I have seen. So if you are a guest, you are in light business, and talk to a person who invited you. Say that, thank you, Lord, for you to bring this person to come and invite me. Thank you very much, Pascal. And I can't wait to see you next year to Egypt. That is my dream that I'm working right now. And also, I wish you, my team, to work hard so that next year we fly together to Egypt. Thank you very much.
Mike, thank you so much. You know, the first time I met Mike, I met him last year at the Southern Africa Convention. Very simple guy. He was the top performer in the Southern African region. That is Namibia, Botswana, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, and South Africa. It's really a pleasure to see people coming from very humble backgrounds to such a level. Mike, thank you so much for your story. I'm sure your story has inspired somebody who came to the meeting today and wondering, what are these people excited about? Friends, this is what excites us. When you hear such stories shared with somebody who started from nothing and has built a very good life for themselves. One of the things that Mike has spoken about is traveling. If you really want to travel, this is a place to be. 2012, Victoria Falls. 2013, Dubai. 2014, Hong Kong. We visit different places every year. This last weekend, we're in Cape Town. 500 distributors from the African continent travel there. Next year, we're going to Egypt. A question to some of our distributors who are attending this meeting. How many of you are going to Egypt next year? How many people are going to Egypt next year? See? You can see the whole screen is lighting up with people who want to go to Egypt next year. And it's possible if you just put your heart and mind into building the business. This business is very simple. We just talk to people. That's all we do. Okay? So you see the whole screen is now lighting up with people who want to travel to Egypt. I mean, Egypt is an ancient country with very rich history, fantastic places to visit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a place to be next year. And then, what else do we do? Mike talked about leadership school. When you become a certain level, Emerald Director and above Sapphire Director, the company flies you to the place you have this leadership school. They pay for 4 days accommodation. You have a lot of fun. You learn new things about the business. It's incredible. So if you're a guest, just close your eyes and picture yourself attending the leadership school with your friends, the people you have in your team. How do you get started in our business? You need to get back to the person who invited you. They will give you an application form. Then you need to pay your business starter kit. In Botswana, it's between 720 and 1450 pula. In South Africa, it's between 910 and 1980. There's a new package which has been introduced, which is 2850. You have a wider range of products. In Kenya, 9,200 or 9,500 or 11,700 shillings. In Nigeria, 68,000 or 100,000 naira. In Tanzania, 167,000 or 217,000 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda, it's 250,000 or 280,000 Tanzania shillings. In USA, $75. In Togo, 46,200 or 61,500 francs CFA. Italy, 64 euros. Ghana, 800 or 1,300 cedis. In Cameroon is 60,000 or 74,000 CFA, 74,300. This is what you need to become successful, to register as a distributor. Once you've registered as a distributor, then you need to take charge of your life. Nobody is going to be successful for you. If you want to become successful, look at the person in the mirror. First thing, we've got a flexible schedule. That's why it's a part-time business. It's designed for both part-timers and full-timers. 13% of the business of people in our industry are full-timers, 87% are part-timers. So then you work from home. You don't need an office. Everybody works from home. The company has built infrastructure to help you grow your business. You save money when you buy at a discount. In fact, if you do, in South Africa, we've done a price comparison between our products and the other ones in the supermarket. and you actually save a lot of money because you don't buy a lot of useless stuff. Residual income, it simply means you're going to earn money that you've, for example, Betty and I are earning money that we put effort 20 years ago. That is what residual income means. Money just keeps coming. Quality time with your family, spend time with the family, get to know them, and this is a very important aspect. I mean, our priority is very simple: faith, family, finance. That is the correct order, I think. And then financial freedom. Financial freedom simply means that even if your current source of income stops, you will still have enough to support your family. And then be your own boss. You determine how hard you work and how much you want to work. Then you have international travel, like we've shown in some of the pictures. And then education for your children. You can take your children to very good schools. Betty and I took our children to one of the best private schools in Pretoria. And then personal development. Personal development is one of the key things about our business. You become a better human being. We encourage you to create goals in 7 areas of your life: financial goals, mental goals, business goals, social goals, family goals, so that you can have, and then physical goals, that is your health. You need to have a well-rounded development of yourself. So that is what we have. If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. Let me just one moment. Yeah, so if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will give you an application form. They will guide you on how to get started in the business. Just follow their guidelines. Before I close, 3 things are very important for success in our business. Number 1, you need to have a desire. That is, you need to have something in your heart that burns you at night when you sleep, that you want more out of life than you're currently having. So the first thing is the desire for success. Second, willingness to learn new things about the product, about business, about yourself, learn about how to build a team, how to be a leader. Number 3, hard work. Just sheer hard work. And what is the hard work you have in our business? Talking to people. So ladies and gentlemen, you've been such a wonderful audience. If you're a guest, please go back to the person who invited you. They'll give you more information how to get started. Good night and God bless.